And I want to go in and use my, now remember, we're looking for it to read as a silhouette. That's the most important thing. Oh, I've gone a little outside, but that's okay. I can put some piping or something to make that read okay. Oops. Now notice I'm not putting the inside line. I'm just sticking to the outside. The inside line can stay light. And then I want to accent some of these because they're important details. So I've got 3 weights of line now, or 2. I've got 2. I've got one more marker I can do, and dots are okay too. Dots are nice to add to any drawing. Just add a few little dots in. I've got my thicker pen. It's a good idea on the light side to leave it light, and then on the one side, choose up one side to be your shadow side. So I'm gonna move my paper so that I can do a better job here. But I'm gonna make this side my darker side. I'm using my Pentel sign pen now. And as I was saying, you never know just now, you try not to go inside, but sometimes it's okay to just give your drawing a little bit extra, a little extra oomph. And now that I've got that thick line on there, I want to go a little thicker inside too. Now it looks like I'm just jabbing at it, but I'm not. I'm trying to do it in a... Now this is still qualified as a lighter inside line, so I'm not going too heavy. So now I've got 3 weights of line. And why I'm doing that, I'm doing this one, I know why, because it's overlapping. So to overlap, it's handy to go a little bit darker. We can use this as our shadow. We'll just put a nice shadow underneath. And always with your overlapping lines. Now I'm going to have a little bit of a shadow here, so I'm going to put in my hatching. And hatch here as well. And underneath I'm going to hatch. Now these should be spaced evenly together and close, but I have a tendency always to want to rush. But now the legs, the front leg, it's going to have a bit of a shadow here and a shadow here, but you can leave the front part. And it too is in perspective, so that shadow, so you want to be careful what you're doing there. This one would all be in shadow. There. And I'll put this whole side in shadow. So I'll maybe show a little bit of this catching light because the cushion is thick. So, and I'll put some shadow in here. So undersides, they get shadow, and then maybe there's a little thickness here too. So when I start this shadow, I can leave a bit of a line, and here as well, just let that. Now, all of those light lines underneath, they're not troubling us too much. And this is a sketch, so there is that expectation that, and I'm going to just let this belly out. Maybe this will get a little bit, well, this will be in shadow. And there's a little shadow underneath it too. But you try, for these organic things, you're choosing an organic shape for your shadow. And these I'm not keeping as straight as I should. These should look beautifully straight. They're really quite, they can really be quite beautiful. I don't think they are today, but they can be. I just want to clean this line up a little bit if I can. And there'll be a little shadow here. There's a little delay because of the height. The light is above. Most always it's above, so we can put a little shadow here as well.